Hello and welcome to the 80/20 Healthy Habits podcast, where you will be empowered to restore your health. I am your host, Coach Joan. Did you know that research proves that we can reverse and even prevent disease by what we eat, how we think, and the way we move? This is podcast number 3, How to Set Your Mind to Create Healthy Life Habits. Today we're going to start from the top. Physically, start from our mindset. Permanent change can only come when we set our minds on accomplishing a task. And that word set is like setting cement. Once that cement is set, it is immovable. As to if we want to be healthy and live with vitality, energy, and purpose, we first must set our minds to creating healthy habits that are going to get us there. So here's our quote for the day. Your body hears everything your mind says. And that's from Benjamin Franklin. And our game plan for the week is that I want you to promise yourself that starting today, when you speak derogatory words about yourself, you imagine saying that same thing to another person. So I want to share with you an excerpt from a blog from Joyce Meyer. She has a terrific blog and a television show called Enjoying Everyday Life. She says, did you know that you can be free from negative thinking? So right now, I want you to raise your right hand and say, I am a negative person and I want to change. If you really want to, you can overcome this. So here's a couple of steps that she says to overcome this. First, you have to identify your obstacles. What is stopping you from achieving positive thinking and positive mindset about your life? Do you ever find yourself saying things like, if I don't expect anything good, then I won't be disappointed if it doesn't happen? Well, we can change these things. You have to recognize that those are obstacles that are blocking you from paving your way to freedom. It's kind of like walking down the street. If you don't recognize that pile of brown stuff that is dog doo, you're going to step in it. But if you recognize it, you can step around it, be free from the poo on your shoe, and walk to the other side. So setting your mind from the negative to the positive is a skill, and it takes practice, just like learning an instrument or learning anything new. Our brain communicates through neurotransmitters, and it's like a water of a canal. The more that you do something, the more the neurotransmitters remember that action. So it's like a stream of water running along a path. The more you practice it, the more that stream becomes a river and cuts a path into the ground, and before you know it, voila, you have a Grand Canyon of habits. Remember when you're trying to learn the computer for the first time, we're trying to cut and paste in Gmail and Word documents and what? But with practice and practice and practice, you do all those functions without much thought now. Your neurotransmitters have carved the Grand Canyon of computer functions for your brain. And we can do this with healthy habits. It takes practice, practice, practice. And before you know it, you're going to have a Grand Canyon of life, vitality, and purpose. But you have to identify these obstacles. And you've always heard it said that it's all in your mind, and that is an absolute true statement. When we are looking for successes and for victories, we have to start with the way our mind is thinking. So this week, your goal is to start practicing thinking positively. And when we step in the dog poo of a bad attitude, we're going to wipe off our shoe in the grass and move to the other side of the street. That street named victory. So until next week, keep making one good decision every day and build that Grand Canyon in your brain of good, healthy life habits. This is Coach Joan, reminding you to live in victory. See you next week.